Hello, this video is for instructors who are participating in the pilot of Google Assignments. I'm going to show you how to set up Google Assignments in your Stanford Canvas course. You can take advantage of Google Assignments when the submission type of your Canvas assignment is set to online, but you can do much more when it is set to external tool. First, let's take a look at the online submission type. If you set this up with the file upload option selected, you will not notice a difference, but your students will. Simply by virtue of having Google Assignments installed in your course, your students will be able to attach Google Drive file, be that a Google document, spreadsheet, presentation, or pretty much most files that you might store in your Google Drive, like a PDF or a movie. This is a nice option for them since students seem to be using their Google Drive more and more these days. They'll see an extra tab here called Google Drive LTI 1.3, and students can use that to grab their files and submit it. Once they've submitted, however, any Google Doc, spreadsheet, or presentation is going to get converted to a DocX file, XLSX, or PPTX file. It will no longer be a live file that they own. In fact, you, as the instructor viewing it in SpeedGrader, won't even know it originated from Google. If you change the submission type to external tool, you'll unlock Google Assignments' ability to get originality reports, assign template docs, and write comments directly into a student's Google Doc. Please note, however, that Canvas's peer review and group assignment settings will disappear when external tool is selected. If you want to proceed, click the Find button and select Google Assignments 1.3. It should default to your stanford.edu account. Please don't change this. After confirming your account, you'll get to choose to set up your Google Assignments with a few options. First, you can opt to check plagiarism, but be aware this is only checking it against the works on the public web, not against other student work or private journal databases. Students get 3 chances to check their own work before they submit it, so it amounts to a check of whether they've quoted sources. The second option is to attach a Google Doc to create a fillable template like a worksheet for the students. Each student gets their own copy that you own. If you don't attach a file, just give the description of the assignment on the Canvas Assignment Settings page, and students can attach whatever they want or start a new file. Lastly, you need to select where you want to grade student work. That is, where you want to view their work, make comments, and write a score. You can opt to grade in SpeedGrader, which will be a lot like that upload file experience that I first showed you, in that all attached Google Docs are converted to static file types. As mentioned though, in addition to seeing a frozen static document in SpeedGrader, instructors are also going to see a Google Assignment section here and see students' live files that they still own. Students can continue to work on those and resubmit them until the due date if submissions are unlimited. So, if you want to see a static version, be sure to grade the file that you see in SpeedGrader. 2 things to be aware of when you select SpeedGrader. First is if you want students to attach multiple documents to a single submission, they can. But we recommend leaving the number of submissions unlimited until the due date. If you restrict it to a single submission, students can attempt to add or delete attachments but won't see a failure notification until several minutes or possibly hours later. Second is that if you are used to downloading all attached files so you can grade, say, on the train without any internet, there is no download all when you use Google Assignments as an external tool. If you have set up Google Drive for desktop, you could still view student docs offline if you've got it set up, but if this is more than you want to deal with, better stick with a standard online submission with file upload and not use Google Assignments as an external tool. The other grading option is Google Assignments. If you want to comment directly on a student's Google Doc, spreadsheet, or presentation, this is the option you want. When a student submits their Google Doc, it remains in that format, but the instructor gains temporary ownership while the student gets a Google Doc copy of the original as it was when it was submitted. The student can't see instructor's comments while they are being typed, only after the document is returned to them. These can be returned individually or you can select several at a time. Then students can see their score in Canvas on the assignment, though it will only appear in their Canvas grades according to your grade posting policy. They'll still be able to see it, however, if they go to the assignment. To see what these options look like as a student, go to the Modules section of the Pilot site you've been invited to. If you have any questions about Google Assignments and the best way to use it, contact canvashelp@stanford.edu. If you have questions about your Stanford Google account or how to use Drive, visit uit.stanford.edu for support or Google support page.